What is this? Sea wash barracks. Dan Ankle. Captain Finish. Speak if you must, just don't make me read anything. I'm up to my eyeballs in paperwork. The council must have me mistook for one of their bureaucrats. Not doing paper. You're not doing paperwork now. What? Is the council sending people to spy on me now? Is that it? Do they want to make sure we're all busy scribbling on paper rather than arresting criminals? Well, I've had enough of paper for now. I'm just going to stand here and let my head clear. You can take that back to the council if you want. Who are you anyway? Are you here for a reason, or do you just like wasting people's time? What can you tell me about the night masks? I could tell you a lot if I had the time. I don't. So unless you have something to tell me, why don't you be off? Is that all you wanted? That's all. City Watch Guard. Something I can help you with, citizen? I noticed you dancing. I wasn't dancing. The woman looks around self-consciously. Why don't you want other people to know you were dancing? Because I wasn't dancing, and you can't prove it. Have it your way. Is there something I can do for you, citizen? I can't stand around all day chatting. Well, I could, since I'm not very busy right now, but that's beside the point. Is there something wrong with your foot? You seem to be hobbled. It's my ankle, actually. I've turned it trying to chase down a pickpocket. I've been forced to keep to the barracks ever since. And between you and me, it's driving me mad. Why don't you let a priest fix it up? I got a priest of Lathander to cast a healing spell on it, but it still torments me. It's like the bones are jumbled around. I fear I'll be plagued by this forever. Let me take a look at it. No, that's no better. Thanks for trying, though. We lost a healing kit. Now, I suppose that's reasonable, but not really. A healing kit seems basically to be a bandage set. You don't need to waste a bandage set just to check up on basically an ankle. I mean, you can, if you want to make some kind of a bandage to support the ankle, take the strain off the leg, but that's a pretty simple thing. I mean, everyone who's had any kind of basic medical training can do that. If you know how to put on a bandage, you know how to support a leg like that, an ankle. I think I'll do. There was some kind of protester here. Blue-haired gnome woman, I think. Garrett the Bold. Yeah, there they are. Protesters everywhere must fight the excess of the rich and
Greetings and well met.
oh there, friend. I'm Garrett the Bold, treasure hunter, ladies' man, and sometimes thief. Lean close and listen well. It wouldn't do to have unwelcome ears learn of my brilliant scheme and attempt to muscle in on it. The treasure is so near I can almost feel it. During my last incredible escapade, I learned that a hidden temple of the dead goddess of illusions, Neura, was present in this very city. After some investigation, I have learned of a ritual that will transport me to this temple and its forgotten treasures. However, as any hardened treasure hunter will tell you, forgotten treasures go hand in hand with forgotten dangers. Magnificent scout and lockpick I may be, but I'm a lover, not a fighter. I need some muscle to accompany me, just in case. That's where you come in.
Count me in.
Magnificent. The ritual needs to be performed at a certain spot west here, by the large statue opposite a noble's mansion. When you're ready, come and speak with me there.
Psst, you there. How would you like to sign a petition in protest of a great injustice? What injustice? The council. I'm trying to have them recalled. They're all crooks, so I say we vote them out. Just how do you think you're going to vote out the council? There's no vote.
She looks around conspiratorially and leans in with a whisper.
That's what they want you to think, hmm? What is that supposed to mean? The people will always triumph, of course. Now, are you in or out? Don't think I'm in. I don't think I'm interested in this cause. Apathy is the poison of all civilized societies. This is exactly how the powerful became entrenched. Can't you see that they just lull you into zombified state so they can just do what they want and no one asks any questions?
Yes, I can see that. However, you've not made any case about any injustice that needs to be dealt with. So if there's some kind of a problem here, it's because you're terrible at selling your cause.
I've done more to fight the powerful than you ever have. Keep bleeding, little sheep. You're just a good little zombie. Just go away. How rude. I guess you must be in on the conspiracy. I'll leave you to your machinations. For now. But mark my words, I'll find a way to stop you and all your powerful friends and bright officials. This isn't the end. Power to the people and all that.
Yeah, I think you're basically a waste of ah, waste of physical material. Why am I here? Um, you do meet those sort of people from time to time, fighting against injustices, but they basically don't do anything. They protest. That's the thing they do. Complain about how things are without having any kind of a solid, concrete platform how to proceed forward with things. Yeah, getting some kind of group together and making noise somewhere is just fine to create awareness going, but that's not going to change anything. It's not a plan. No one's gonna get behind that. Especially if you're not a youth anymore. I mean, you have responsibilities. You don't have time to waste hours and hours of your time on some kind of bullshit issue that no one really cares about. What is it you're here for? Well, speak up, spirits. A room for the night. Talk. I should warn you that talk is all that's free here. Do you have anything for sale? Brother Tobias, 1368. Any rumors? Here for the talk then, eh? Fine. I've heard some things someone like you might be interested in. Garrett, the treasure hunter, pretty famous half-elf, you know the one. Well, he came in here just a little while back, and let slip that he's discovered some secret temple here in the arena district. Apparently he's looking to hire on some muscle. You know, Okuzo, the importer of exotic goods in the harbor loop? I saw her a few days ago. She looked a bit banged up. Not sure what that was all about. I know I don't want to get involved, especially if it's a matter of competition or business politics. You spoken with Salty Jack? That man do be a veritable riot. He's dumb as a rock and poor as a beggar, yet somehow he seems to know something about everything going on here in Westgate. That's all I've got, or at least that's all I feel like telling you right now. Darien Sweetheart Willows. Hello, here to hear a ballad. A true tale of sadness and sorrow guaranteed to coax tears from the driest of eyes and to touch the heart of even the most calloused of individuals. The fee is a modest one, only one gold piece.
Tell me your tale, good bard.
Bart clears his throat and begins to sing, his voice clear and rich. Okay, I'm not going to sing. Two lovers once lived in the city of ours, a man and a woman whose love reached the stars. He was a paladin, true as could be, and she was a priestess for her deity. Together they unearthed a terrible plot. The danger was real, but weak they were not. They repaid blood for blood, yet they ventured too deep. When cowardice trumped fate, both were doomed to death's sleep. A cursed one did speak with her last dying breath. Her killer soon after did join her in death. I'm a bit sort of paranoid about every little thing having connection with what we are doing. The high priest said that some kind of a woman's curse was on their mask. So, situation where maybe female-male partnership where one of them got betrayed. Both died because of it. Even today, on the all coldest dark nights, we hear her beneath us, her screams causing fright. Does she cry for her lover or for absence of light? Bart sighs sadly and takes a small bow. For a moment you could have sworn you saw moisture welling up in his eyes. But then he blinks and looks away, and when he turns back, he is smiling once again.
Thank you, good bard. That was a sad ballad indeed.
I'm glad you enjoyed the ballad, Elf. I would be happy to repeat it for you anytime you wish. Sammy Horngold.
Hello, traveler. My name is Sammy Horngold. I'd welcome you to the city, but it's not mine. How do you know I'm not from Westgate? Uh, I saw you debarking the sea serpent. It's not that I'm nosy, mind you. I was just down at the docks looking for work when I saw you talking to some roughnecks. None of my business, but I couldn't help but notice when the black-haired lady cut them down. What you saw wasn't anything noteworthy, no. Certainly nothing to be talking about in a crowded bar. Oh, I don't doubt you had the right of it. Those hooligans were nightmares, I'm sure, and nightmares are no good. They're just as bad as pirates, and if there's one thing I hate, it's pirates. Sammy Horngold seems an unlikely name for a deep gnome. My real name is Sammy Bibilven, Kiel Starkar. For some reason, surfacers don't seem to like that name so much, so they started calling me Sammy Horngold. So, what do they call you? Caledia Melvifer. Caledia Melvifer. That's an interesting name. Why aren't you at the Black Eye Tavern? It's closer to the dock. That's where I started out, but the owner kicked me out for running up a tab I couldn't pay. Honest, I didn't know they expected me to pay for the drinks. I thought they were just being kind. I swear, the ways of the city are a mystery to me. The sooner I'm on a boat, the better. Why are you out of work? My last captain sold his ship to a raider here in Westgate. The new owner offered to take on the crew as well, but I turned him down. I decided years ago I would never hire on with a pirate, not since my tour with the scurvy dog Galandaro. Unfortunately, it's not easy finding work on an honest boat these days. Since I'm small and no good for lifting, people aren't inclined to give me a chance. Tell me about your tour with the pirate Galandaro. Oh, did I mention that I sailed with Galandaro? You won't spread that around, will you? The man isn't much loved around here, and I know firsthand why. It was only a 3-month tour of the Dragon Coast, but I saw enough violence and debauchery to fill a lifetime of nightmares. The worst part was his first mate, Rabbit Red. He was a bugbear, I tell you. I saw him bite a man's face out with one time for skirting his duties. He didn't spit the flesh out either. I was lucky I was small and spent most of my time below decks. I kept out of sight, and when I slipped away at the next port, no one came after me. So you told me a story that didn't go anywhere. Thank you for wasting my time. Seems like we can waste a lot of time in this city before we can get to doing something. Shady huckster. Good evening, milady. Okay, what are you selling? Have you ever walked on a cloud, my lady? If not, don't deprive yourself of the pleasure of wearing these amazing boots, magically enchanted to fit any foot and cushion every step. Ask only 500 gold for these. Okay, try to determine the object's true worth. Though this woman tries to keep you from getting a good view of the object, you are nevertheless able to determine its true worth. You are able to determine that the item is a cheap forgery and as such will not provide any return for your investment. Sorry, I'm not interested. Really, but this felt like a sale. There's quite a few places you could really spend your time here. Ah, but I'm sort of afraid of that I can spend a lot of time here, even an hour or two easily, just telling the people I'm not really getting anything even really started. I don't want to go to the arena. At the same time, I do want to talk to people because I do want quests, and if we can find more companions, it would be great.
Aye, hello there.
Come on, come all. Hear the grand tale of the most feared man in Westgate. Minx, go home with a piece of the legend. Only I, Ding Thrush, know the full details of Minx's short but already legendary visit. You there, care to hear a most rousing tale of the infamous berserker Minx and his stalwart hamster companion Blue? No? No need to answer, of course you do. For only 5 gold pieces I shall recount a tale of heroism to stir the soul. So Minsk and Boo, I assume. Okay, here's 5 gold. The merchant takes each of your coins in turn and bites down on it. Satisfied that they're all real, he stuffs them into a pocket on his grime-covered robe. The tale of Minx's visit to Westgate is shrouded in mystery, and often falsely recounted by charlatans and shysters, but I was there to witness the very epic moment. It was a dark night when Minx and his valorous rodent arrived in Westgate, where they were able to catch a ship to the Berserkers' homeland of Rashemi, far to the east. Rumor has it that Minx and Blue had just finished putting down an evil uprising of vampiric squirrels far to the south. On their way back north, they confronted and slew the evil monkey god Shazulnut, and thus they arrived in Westgate full of righteous wrath. Alas, one look at Westgate's cesspit of evil caused Minx's anger to ignite as soon as he set foot in the city. In a rage, he cut a swath through the thieves and cutthroats, outworking their evil under the cloak of night. His fury was matched only by that of his hamster. Minx's great sword and Blue's teeth worked in glorious tandem, delivering the butt-kicking the assaulted lowlights of Westgate so desperately deserved. He stopped only to nod respectfully at me, Ding Thrush, recognizing a kindred spirit, no doubt. Satisfied that his work was done, Minx departed scarcely 20 minutes after arriving in the city, catching a ship north to Cormer. Cut kindling for wood nests, he cried before he left, and those words warmed me till when this city's evil threatens to overwhelm my noble spirit. Now that you've had the complete accurate recountal of Minx and Blue's visit to Westgate, why not take home part of that history for yourself? Your very own Blue. Oh, it's not the Blue, but who can tell? A genuine Rashemi hamster, just 10 gold.
That story was ridiculous. How could a hamster do anything of the sort?
Blue was no ordinary hamster. Rumor has it that he was once a gold dragon who lived on the furthest of Toril's moons. Alas, lunar dragons are a great deal smaller than those on Toril, and as the position of preeminent, small, annoying reptilian sidekick had already been filled by some kobold bard or another, he shape-changed into a hamster, which pleased Minx, since Rashomon is often bitingly cold and... never mind.
I'll take one.
Wonderful! I'm sure you'll be nothing short of delighted with your new pet.
King reaches into the cage and pulls out what looks suspiciously like a mangy street rat. As you, re- as you reach out to take the rodent, it delivers a painful bite to your finger and slips out of Ding's grasp, scampering off into the shadow of the city.
Oh, that was most unfortunate. I'm afraid the hamster didn't take to you. It happens sometimes.
Hang on, I want my money back.
No refunds, I'm afraid. But didn't you say you'd never owned a Rashemi hamster before? Fortunately for you, I have just the thing. A hamster care booklet, yours for only 15 gold. Will come in handy to your next hamster purchase, for which I'll give you a discounted price of 11 gold.
But the last hamster you sold me only cost 10.
Supply and, supply and demand, friend. Supply and demand. With the rate I'm selling this latest batch, there'll be none left come tomorrow. It's 11 gold, I'm afraid.
Give me a hamster and a booklet, you crook.
Excellent. Here's the booklet. Treat it as the tome of all knowledge for everything hamster related, as that is assuredly what it is. Now, for your new furry friend.
Thing reaches into the cage and pulls out what looks suspiciously like a mangy street rat. Yeah.
Oh, that was most unfortunate. I'm afraid the hamster didn't take on the
No refunds.
If a hamster doesn't interest you, how about a leaflet containing all the memorable quotes uttered by Minx during his brief visit to Westgate? They're quite inspiring, and after 6 or 7 drinks, even enlightening. Only do cold pieces.
I'll buy all this shit.
Excellent. Enjoy. All the quotes are exactly as uttered by Minx himself, I assure you.
Lovely. Everyone's basically trying to take advantage of each other here. Let's look at these famous quotes. The small leaflet contains a selection of the most memorable quotes uttered by the famed Rashemi berserker Minx during his brief visit to Westgate. At least that's what Ding Thrush claims. The legible quotes seem to make hardly any sense. Sticky eel gets the stick. Sores not warts. Yeah, they're cut kindling for wood nests. The rest of the quotes are almost impossible to read, as if the writer had scrawled gibberish with the intention of simply filling space. They're not exactly, they're wrong, obviously, but I think they too use up Minsk's sayings. Squeaky wheel gets the kick. Yeah, sticky eel gets the stick. Was it swords, not words? Something like that. I don't recall them all, but there's some basis in fact with them. Hamster booklet. This booklet, written by one D.T.H. Rush, claims to provide a series of common-sense instructions for looking after a hamster or other small rodent. In addition to the multitude of horrible spelling and grammatical errors, most of the booklet's advice is dubious at best. We're fairly certain that hamsters don't lay eggs, for one. Right, so everyone's out to cheat you. Hamster cage. This cage is filled with all manner of rodents, few of which resemble anything like a hamster. Most look like common street rats, save for a butterscotch-colored rodent huddling in the corner. Strangely enough, the lonely creature seems to stare right at you. I get it.
Aye, hello there.
I want the butterscotch-colored hamster, not one of those cunningly disguised street rats.
What are you implying, good madam? Those are all purebred Rashemi hamsters. Some variation in tone or pigment is quite natural. Allow me to fetch the one specified.
Ding Thrush reaches into the cage and withdraws the butterscotch-colored hamster, who wrinkles her nose in disdain. He hands it to you.
Ah, it's a female and a docile one. Look, she appears to be pointing her nose northeast. Perhaps she smells food. Luckily for you, I have just the thing. Premium hamster feed, a month's supply for only 15 gold.
I don't think so.
Well, I really must be packing up shop. It's been a long night. And a man has to sleep and count his ill-got hard-earned coin. Well.
The hamster looks at you expectantly. You get the impression she's trying to tell you something, and fucking blue text on a black background. That shit was terrible, and it always is terrible. You have to have contrast, people. To interact with your new pet, right-click on her in your inventory and click that.
If you need something looted, I'm your woman. Follow me.
No texture. Rashemi hamster. Your hamster points her nose toward the north. Okay, at least something interesting came out of this. Wonder what it's pointing its nose toward. More or less the arena, or maybe the burnt mermaid inn. I'll deal with this some other time. Don't want to deal with the arena. Don't want to go with wherever this is going. Back up. Was there a shop here? I'll try to follow where the hamster is taking us. East. Garbage. A few fat black flies buzz lazily around this pile of stinking trash. Definitely the bag of garbage. Search. As you dig through the mounds of stinking trash, your rodent squeaks cheerfully, encouraging you to continue. Then beneath the trash you find a small hole, just large enough for you to squeeze through. Who wouldn't want to sneak into weird holes? Strange cave. There are ferrets.
I'll cover everyone. Attack! This one won't stop us long.
Your rodent is making chewing motions while looking at the tree, and looking at you expectantly. She seems to be indicating that you should eat something from the tree. The small tree seems incredibly out of place in this cave. Small red berries cover the tree. They look edible. A few half-eaten berries lie scattered at the bottom of the tree, obviously pulled off by the ferrets. They examine the berries. You're able to determine that the berries aren't poisonous, but that's as far as your knowledge goes. Good one. The berry is sweet and doesn't taste unpleasant. Almost immediately after you swallow it, however, you begin to feel dizzy. Soon the cave is spinning around and around. You sink to the ground and everything goes black. Lost the hamster. Ooh. Read. Your formerly pint-sized rodent is now the size of a small horse. It regards you with shiny black eyes glittering with intelligence. How, you're awake? I was so worried for a minute, Caladium Melverfer. It's good that you found this place. I wasn't sure whether my feeble efforts at directing you would prove sufficient. Are, are you Blue, the famous hamster? No, I'm not. Great Blue is far from this place. I wish that was not so, for my kind needs our greatest champion more than ever in these dark times. I am Reed, first guardian of my kind. I have been chosen to observe the evil activities in this city and halt them where I can. A new threat has arisen here, one that could spell doom for all of Westgate and Brotherhood of the Ferret. Yeah, the Brotherhood of the Ferret. Tell me about this Brotherhood. The Brotherhood of the Ferret is a collection of humans, power-hungry, inept imbeciles who don't understand the power they dabble with, for they seek to revive a being of ancient evil, one that could gnaw its way through Westgate's very heart. They seek to bring Mintak, the ravager of rodent kind, into this mortal realm. His minions here were doubtless sent to find and slay me. By eating the fruit you have lowered the barriers between you and me, and now I beseech you, stop the Brotherhood before it's too late. Where can I find the Brotherhood? The Brotherhood of the Ferret has a secret ritual chamber in the district above. Before the Charles-ending thrush captured me, I was staking out there, listening to goings-on through cracks in the walls. Let me mark the location on your map. Brotherhood will only admit those dressed in black robes. The members wear them in order to keep their identities secret from the others. One another. Perhaps such robes can be purchased in the city above. The effects of the berry are close to wearing off. Remember my words. You must stop the Brotherhood before it's too late. Whoa. Right. So we went tripping. Huh. Don't really know what to say to that.